Well, this is certainly one of my favorite times of year. Thanksgiving, moving into Christmas and into the new year is probably one of your favorites as well. And as an entrepreneur, it has not always been one of my favorites. I had to teach myself how to make this a compelling time of year. And I wanted to talk with you about my thoughts and I wanted to share just some ideas that I think will help you as you go through this period of time and as you go into the new year. I take great pride and joy in speaking with you about luxury and entrepreneurship and the things you can do to make yourself and your business better. This has been a lifelong quest of mine to maximize my potential and help others do the same. And so when I talk to you about these ideas, these are not things that I just stole from someone and said, okay, I'm going to market this as my own and make some money doing this. These are ideas that have been pivotal in my career, and I'm hoping that you will take them to heart and apply them because they can be pivotal in yours. I was talking about how Thanksgiving can be was a challenge for me as an entrepreneur because of the anxiety. The anxiety was particularly when I was working on corporate type deals, partnerships. The thought was, I'm not going to be able to get this done between Thanksgiving and January. So there was a lot of anxiety. There was always financial pressure. There were bills that had to be paid. And the question was, okay, am I going to be able to meet my financial needs during that period? At one time I had a large staff, so we're talking about payroll and bonuses and all of those sorts of things. Of course, when you have children, they're very excited about Christmas. And your thought might be, good grief. What are we going to do? How are we going to get through this? But I thank God that everything has worked out beautifully. And even years where there was a lot of anxiety and pressure, we managed to make things work. We managed to grow, and so many of those years I learned so much about seasons, about the process of growing, and about how to enter a season and operate within that season and maximize my potential. So that's what I want to talk with you about. When you look back at this year, and of course around this time everyone is thinking about the year past and the year ahead. And so when you look back at the year, there are so many things to be thankful for, no matter where you are. Even if your revenue is not where you want it to be, even if you're not performing the way you want to be, even if you don't have the clients that you want, you can be thankful that what you're doing is not working yet. Now, you like, what is he talking about? Why would I be thankful that it's not working yet? Because you have an opportunity during this period to reevaluate. You have an opportunity to eliminate things that don't work. And you have an opportunity to double down on things that you know should work, but for whatever reason they're not working. Maybe it's early in the process. Maybe you haven't given it your all. Maybe you need to invest more money in it. Maybe you need to put more elbow grease into it. So the things that are not working yet in your business are signs. And those are signs for you to look at them. Okay? I'm a Taylor Insight member. I'm learning about marketing. I'm learning about phasing my efforts. I'm learning about offers. I'm learning about all those things. Am I doing that? I'm learning about how to position myself correctly. Am I doing that? I'm learning that I am going to have moments where I try something and it doesn't quite work the way I would like, am I dealing with that emotionally? Am I building no matter what? Because I can tell you that my experience has been, even in those years where I've been disappointed at where I was, when I look back and I take stock, I said, wow, this year I really figured out the way to describe my company. I really figured out the content I want in my newsletter. I really figured out what I want to post. I really figured out how to introduce myself in person with someone. I really figured out the partners I can depend on. I really figured out the qualities of a good client for me. So I want you to take stock and say to yourself, okay, what is not working yet? And what do I need to do with that? Is it something that I need to outsource? Is it something I need to figure out myself? Is it something I need to eliminate? I'll tell you, a lot of times, the challenge is that you don't understand it well enough. And because you don't understand it well enough, you're not going at it well enough. And my view always is, before you bring other people in, make sure that you understand it. Because you could easily build an organization and build partnerships and relationships that operate on a plan that does not work, or someone else's perception of what should work. So that's the first thing you should be thankful for. What's not working yet? Now, the other thing that I want you to take stock of is, what is working currently? Because you can be grateful that you've got a functional business. You have a way of taking a product, cup, and making it available to the market, and someone pays for it. Maybe you're not selling as many of them as you'd like. Maybe you realize it's not as profitable as you'd like. Maybe it's difficult to do. But if you've sold anything, your business is functional. And so the question is, how do you take that unit of one and begin to scale it? And what have you learned in that process? You're beyond the idea stage. You can safely proceed and grow. Now, if your business is really prospering, the thing you have to be careful of is, yes, you want to be thankful that you're really prospering, but you want to be sure that you are backing that prosperity up with the right activities and the right focus. A few years ago, Peloton was riding high. Shortly thereafter, they cascaded and fell apart. So many businesses like that. They think that everything is going well because they're selling. They think they don't need marketing. They think everything is just going just dandy. And the reality is, you always need backup when your business is doing well. So this is one of the lessons I learned as an entrepreneur. We've had some great years, and everyone's happy, and everyone's smiling, and there's great resources and finances flowing, but you have to be prepared for an evolution of your business. That means more products. That means more competition. By the way, the minute you start to prosper, people will notice. The minute you start to present yourself in a certain way, people will notice. So one of the challenges here is to be thankful, but also look ahead. And I always take this time to plan my next phase and to get some marketing going, some new content going, some new client avatars going, if you will. And you should be doing the same. I've got a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes, and it will make the next year that much more successful for me. Now, the third thing that I want you to really be thankful for is the opportunity to adjust, the opportunity to grow. Because as an entrepreneur, you have the capacity to make change. You have the capacity to say, you know what? The color was yellow. Today the color is green. Tomorrow the color is red. That's the great thing about being an entrepreneur. You don't need committees. You don't need everybody. You don't need a board. You don't need all these people to come together. You can experiment. You can see how things work, and you can try. So make adjustments. And I would say one of the great things you want to do is, first of all, is make adjustments in you, in who you are. I'm always talking about the power of being a quality person. The power of being a quality person. If you are a quality person in business, there will be incredible opportunity for you. If you're like everyone else, it'll be hard. Quality person, your content is great. You do what you say you're going to do. If you stumble or think you're going to stumble, you let people know so that they understand. They trust you. You do extra for people. You follow up. Oh my God, follow up. You follow up. Most people will not follow up. You respond. I'm amazed at people, still amazed, that how people don't respond when you interact, when you follow up with them. Hey, how are things going with you? What's going on? They hide. They do all these things. They just don't follow up. You know, business is just conversation. And it's easy to say, not ready yet, not sure, I should be responding to you, can we do it a different way? You know, all these things. But all of these things that we don't adjust and we don't clear up make it harder for us in business. Getting offended with, getting advice, not seeing opportunity, not taking chances, not spending money. Become a quality entrepreneur, because what happens is the entrepreneurs who are really succeeding at a high level are thinking about something completely different, and the not adjusting keeps you at a level where you don't want to be. So you could write a new chapter for yourself. It's a clean slate, and if there are things that you want to do it now. Get started now. Become bigger, better, stronger. There is no time where I have seen that entrepreneurship, and selling for that matter, is more valuable, more acceptable, and the path is clear. That if you do that well, marketing, sales, and service, running your own business, developing your personal brand, developing your corporate brand, if you do those things well, there is no shortage of money in our society. None. And so whatever you're feeling about the year past and the year to come, you can adjust, you can shift, you can improve. I always say go back to the lessons, go back to the ideas, go back to the posts, go back to the guidance that you get. I make sure that I give you more than you contract for, because selling and succeeding in business is mostly emotional. It is personal, it is human, and it is emotional. If you talk yourself into success, you will be success. And what will happen as a result of that is all the things you need to do will begin to come in line. So I want to leave you with these ideas. Something that is not working yet, be thankful. Something that is working currently, be thankful. The opportunity to adjust and change and improve, be thankful.